Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale. Today we're going to talk about new meta log bait. I am joined here by Juicelai, who I apologize, man, an Italian player, really good player, top ladder here, 42nd in the world, granted early on this season. But I saw him just having a ton of success with this log bait deck that you guys can see in the deck slot below, and I had to get him on the channel. I asked him about the deck. He's, first of all, I asked him how to pronounce his name, and then he had to email me his name pronunciation because that's how bad I am with names here on the channel. Juicelai. Anyway, back to the deck, guys. I thought it was really cool, and it actually does a pretty good job inside this meta. I have some awesome top ladder replays to share you, along with some live matches, and we're already in one right now. So let's go ahead and stop talking and focus on this matchup here. So Giant Skeleton to tank is very interesting with the arrows in there in the Skarmy. It's definitely not your traditional log bait deck with the E-Wiz in there as well, right? But it gives you really a lot of answers that normal log bait doesn't necessarily have for this meta that we're playing in right now. So here we go, a little bit of a stalemate inside this first match, going against an Expo deck, the Expo Hunter, and this guy's running, of course, Fireball and Log, and he showed early on he's not afraid to use both of those spells against our Goblin Barrels. So we go left lane with the Giant Skeleton, they immediately go with the defensive Expo. We have Rocket as our last card in this deck, so let's see if he goes ahead and he uses it. He doesn't. He goes ahead and he uses, it looks like Skeletons against our Goblin Barrel. That's not going to get the job done, so we score about 1,000+ damage on that left lane, just totally ignoring that defensive Expo here with about 10 seconds to go here in single elixir time before we cross over into double elixir. So hey, so far so good. Let's see what he does. Just arrow cycle here against that tower, trying to chip it away, and then the Expo from the opponent. Now we have Skarmy in hand. We also have that Giant Skeleton, but we go for the Rocket, and the opponent pulls out the surprise Zappies, but we nailed 2 of those Zappies with that Rocket. That was some nice Rocket value there. I like how he's switching up his defensive options against the Expo in this matchup, not being too predictable. So here we go again with the Giant Skeleton. Now we have Log and arrows in hand. We do use Log right there, taking care of the Hunter, also taking care of a little bit more chip damage with the arrows there. A Juke Barrel, the opponent sees it coming a mile away. We go with the Goblin Gang immediately. Need to clean up those Zappies there just in case the opponent goes with that Expo. Actually, they won't go with the Expo there because we had the Giant Skeleton bomb. So not even sure that we needed that Goblin Gang there. Either way, we do have a Giant Skeleton in the right. Let's see what the opponent does here. They do opt to support that that Expo. They go with Zappies there right at the center of the river. Here we go as we cross over to 2 minutes remaining. 1 minute and before triple elixir time. Is he going to, okay, he's gonna elixir golem here. Okay, we have enough elixir for the Giant Skeleton. Here he goes, right down in the left. We have Rocket in hand here. We don't have enough elixir to use it. We're going to go ahead and arrows all the same, doing a pretty good job cleaning up here defensively in that left lane, and the Giant Skeleton will die. Not before that Expo does get a few hundred damage off of that left tower, and again, just relentless attacking with these Expos. We go ahead and we're not even messing around. We rocket that right Expo. We will win in 1 minute and 20 seconds thanks to the sudden death rules, and keep in mind it's going to be triple elixir time, so we're able to cycle to even more Giant Skeletons, we're able to cycle to even more Rockets if we need them. So here we go, Giant Skeleton's definitely going to die. We need to log everything back. I don't think that bomb's going to hit. Okay, it did hit the Expo, so nice Giant Skeleton bomb. Here we go, triple elixir time. We go with the Goblin Barrel immediately at the start of triple elixir. We have a Hunter, we have a Expo in the right. We go with that Skarmy to clear things out temporarily, and immediately, boom, Rocket down on that Expo. Things are looking pretty good here, guys. Triple elixir, 42 seconds remaining here inside this match. What a match to start out with in today's video. Giant Skeleton down in the right. We have a big push coming in from the opponent. We have 4 elixir. Let's see if we go ahead and Rocket again here. I wouldn't be shocked if he just doesn't. Okay, 20 seconds remaining. This is kind of tricky here. This is kind of tricky. We need Giant Skeleton down here, guys. We opt to Rocket on that left tower. We're going to need something on the right tower, guys. We're going to need something down. He's going to need more than a Skarmy, no? Log comes down. Expo's down. Hey, the arrows got the job done there on the offensive end. It was close. but the opponent is not going to have enough firepower to come through at the end. There it goes, tie-breaking. Who will win? Well, how about the guy with the HP Supercell? Come on, man. All right, there it is. What a victory to start out this video, guys. Let's go ahead and see where he is and then come at you when he finds another live match. This is a really fun bait deck. 34th in the world, crossing over the 6K threshold. Let's go ahead and come back at you guys when we find our next match. All right, guys, Juicelai has found his next match against Inyo here. And wow comes down. Let's go ahead and give him the Inferno Tower emote and see what he has in store for us. Starts out with arrows against our Goblin Gang. Obviously, guys, I mean, arrows have been in quite a few of the decks that I've shared so far this season. Arrows are definitely here inside the meta, and we go with the Skarmy there in the right. I like that this deck has Skarmy in it as well. We're going against, it looks to be a balloon deck, potentially. Could also be a wall breakers deck. We go with the predictive arrows there. Wow, what a play there. What a great play. Now the Giant Skeleton might get to the tower. He does! Oh, dude, all because of that just incredibly OP arrows. They're predicting something swarmy by the opponent. I guess you see the arrows and you see the miner, and I mean, he must have just assumed that they only had they had a bunch of small cards that they would be as a go-to to counter our Goblin Barrel there. But wow, what a great play. So here we go again with a Giant Skeleton in the back. It responds with the Mega Knight. So I'm still thinking that the win condition for the opponent might potentially be a balloon here, but we will see, certainly. But, you know, we're going to do a great job of shutting down this left lane. That's the beautiful thing about Giant Skeleton, right? He shuts down lanes like a boss. So here we go. This time we go with that predictive log there in case he decides to Skarmy. He does decide to Skarmy, not before our barrel got a ton of damage. And then the death bomb of the Giant Skeleton clears out the left lane. Dude, incredible plays here early on, and we are in the driver's seat with a nice advantage here inside this matchup. Where are those arrows? That certainly was not a prediction arrow from the opponent. He really needed it there. He needed to take a chance in that situation. And that time the Skarmy again coming through for us on the defensive end. I think that had he nailed those arrows, I don't know, he might have been able to take that tower, but it wasn't the case. We go with a log to push that miner back, and we have Giant Skeleton back in hand for this Mega Knight. Let's see what we do here. Probably going to be Giant Skeleton to the left, just slightly, or to the right. Okay, to the left just slightly. And oh, we lose a few goblins there, unfortunately. Sorry, goblins. And here we go. It's going to be a hog, and a poison comes down. We rocket. Another beautiful play with that rocket. Man, he's a good player, huh? Juicelai is a really good player, man. I love how he switches up. We saw in the Expelled match too. I love how he's not afraid to switch up his defense. And that's really important that you do that. You never want to become predictable. And the opponent went in with the poison there that time, just recognizing that we went with Skarmy the previous time, and it really ended up working out for us again, going with a defensive rocket there. Beautiful plays, another victory. Let's go into the next live match. He said he can play 3 live matches. Let's see where he is right now. 19th in the world. Be right back. He's going to play 3 live matches, and then we have some amazing replays, and I want to try out the deck as well, so it's going to be a little bit of everything in today's video. Be right back, guys. All right, guys, here we go into the next match against Everson. That match took forever to search for, so here I am. All right, so we start out with the Giant Skeleton in the back. Notable that he starts his starting plays with either Giant Skeleton or Goblin Barrel. So Giant Skeleton, a heavy investment for 6 elixir, but hey, it works for him. We go ahead and we stymie that Prince Charge with the Goblin Gang, forcing an awkward freeze out of the opponent. We're going to immediately support this push with a Skarmy and an E-Wiz, really applying some monster pressure here in the left lane. We go with the Goblin Barrel as well. E-Wiz is alive. Skarmy comes down from the opponent. We go ahead and take care of that wizard and a few skeletons with the Giant Skeleton death damage. So what an awkward start for the opponent Everson there, but hey, it works out for us to the tune of about 1,600 damage off of that left tower. 1 minute here into regulation inside this match. So interesting that he does start with a Giant Skeleton, and you can see that his starting hand must have also included both Skarmy and Goblin Gang. Oh my god, look at this push here, guys. This is going to be interesting. A huge Prince push graveyard as well in that left lane. We have the Skarmy down. Prince is dead, and all is well. All is defended. Well, I guess all is not well. We lost a ton of damage, and the opponent, they just go all in on that push to the extent that his tower is going to be down. He just lets the Giant Skeleton just get to the tower. Didn't even need the wizard, honestly. Kind of wasted the wizard, I guess, because we would have gotten the tower either way, no matter what he played. So essentially, he just kind of wasted a wizard, and he's going to have to respond to our E-Wiz here in the opposite end, and he does so with a Skarmy. So you can see we're kind of maintaining this elixir advantage from that aggressive wizard still here, like 3 or 4 plays later inside the match. We go with that Giant Skeleton. Here's a Prince again from the opponent. Let's see how we handle this one. Immediately with the Goblin Gang down, we go also with the log. This time the Prince does a mirrored Prince. Are you kidding me? Well, it must be early season, huh, guys? Must be early season, although we don't hit the mirrored Prince with that Giant Skeleton Death Bomb, and you know what that means. It's definitely going to be open up the opponent to play the Wizard and the Graveyard here. We have the Graveyard on lockdown, but there's no way we can stop this push. Not with the Freeze. What a dirty deck. It's Mirror, Freeze, Graveyard. Somehow we do stop the push, and by no way, I meant there's kind of a way. A nice predictive arrows there. Beautiful play. Now, can we stop this push? Graveyard, there it is. Okay, we go Skarmy at the bridge, Goblin Gang on the Graveyard. Now, he does have that freeze in hand as well. We go with a defensive Goblin Barrel, but 4 seconds left, towers down, and just like that, against this deck, it's really anybody's game. The opponent not having to use a freeze there either. So he goes with another Prince in the back, really leaning heavily on these Princes is the opponent. Let's see what they do. P.E.K.K.A. Okay, so the last card in his deck is P.E.K.K.A. We stop that Prince with the E-Wiz before he can get a charge off on that Giant Skeleton, saving him a lot of health. He's gonna need it going against Big Mama P.E.K.K.A. and her Wizard here. We go with the log, push that Wizard back a little bit. We go with the Goblin Barrel as well. Skarmy comes down from the opponent. We go with the arrows there. We don't kill the Wizard, but the Giant Skeleton Death Bomb does. Not a bad arrows there. And then again, E-Wiz is in hand to deal with this P.E.K.K.A. Now, meanwhile, we have a Prince to deal with. We have that Skarmy down. Beautiful Skarmy there. No zap and cycle for the opponent. If they did, they just didn't use it. We have the Giant Skeleton in the pocket. Where's that Goblin Barrel? We need the Goblin Barrel. Oh, the Skarmy prediction, guys. Beautiful log predicting that Skarmy on top of the E-Wiz there. There's another Skarmy mirrored, and we had the arrows down. Well played, flexing those skills, man. Juiceley is a beast. Wow, that was really, really a fun match to watch. I wish that was the first match. Guys, I want to try the deck out myself. Let's go ahead and see how we do here inside the arena. Mutlu 10 is my opponent. Do I go with the... Okay. Well, I guess I go with the Giant Skeleton here. Go with the Giant Skeleton. That way I already have my Goblin Barrel tank. You know, I see Valkyrie. I think like Inferno Tower. There's not... Okay. This is easy to deal with, I should say. E-Wiz is down. He goes with... Oh, man. Oh, man. Dude. This is not looking good for him. We're going to take that tower down. Okay? We do. Boom. Just like that. The first push of the game. My man coming at me with the Valkyrie Inferno Dragon. Not the way that you want to start when I have a Giant Skeleton E-Wiz Goblin Barrel in hand, right? So we have Skarmy in hand. We have 3 spells. Oh, man. Okay. I'm just going to Skeleton Army here in the left. Also going to Giant Skeleton. Let's worry about this defense, because this guy's rocking a weird deck, man. But it's single elixir time, so the fact that he's going this hard in the paint doesn't really scare me. Let's see. Have my rocket kind of ready. Gonna log here. Gonna rocket this stuff. Oh, rocket value for days, right? I don't even think I need these arrows because the Giant Skeleton bomb, but I don't want to take too much bat damage either, right? Okay, so he has Valkyrie in hand here, so I can't go like super aggressive, or can I? Yeah, I would love to hit him with just like a 1, 2, 3 punch, especially if he goes Golem. Okay, well I can do this because he uses his Valkyrie there, so I can hit him super aggressively. Okay, he has arrows. I forgot. I'm like, I know he has an answer for this. What is it again? Okay, E-Wiz down. Skarmy down immediately here on this golem. And yeah, that's not going to do anything. Kind of waiting. Guess I'm just going to, okay. I wanted to see what he was going to do. Go with this defensive. And bomb will kill him, but just in case it doesn't. I don't know about that Skarmy. Okay, it ended up kind of working out. The fact that he had to use the Valkyrie there was actually really good. That way he can't like pressure me super hard with the golem. It's gonna go, okay, so this he has arrows, we're gonna go super high. And then E-Wiz, and that should do it. So there we go. That was interesting. It's an interesting deck. It's a fun deck to play. It's not your normal kind of cut-of-the-mill bait deck. I think you guys will, again, really have success with this one, right? Let's go ahead and watch one replay before I let you guys go. Let's see. Who does he have one here against? What does he play? A Lava Hound? A Lava Hound. Let's see how he deals with Lava Hound, guys. Because it's such a... The fact that we don't have that princess... Right, it's a little bit different dynamic. We have the E-Wiz, of course, and then we just have goblins, spirit goblins and rocket, of course, and arrows. So we have some options, but not like a team of air range units like you would in a maybe like a dark goblin princess deck. So let's see how he handles this again with the giant skeleton as his starting play in the back here, and then again the opponent goes immediately with that eye drag, just like what happened in my match there. And we go with the E-Wiz. So we're going to get him to the tower despite those arrows that take down our Goblin Barrel. And just like that, he connects. I mean, you can see that being aggressive with his Giant Skeleton gets him a lot of success, especially early on in these matches. And it happened for us too. Even though we were reactive to the Valkyries, still, it's worth noting that it worked out, right? So we get one Giant Skeleton connection there. Let's go ahead and have the luxury of fast forwarding a little bit till they make the next play, right? And Inter, not too happy about it. So here we go. We're gonna go, as soon as he drops that Lava Hound, we end up going the same lane with the Giant Skeleton. And then he's gonna go with the Inferno Dragon on our Giant Skelly. We're gonna go with the E-Wiz. And then we go opposite lane with the Goblin Barrel. Guards are down from the opponent. And then we go, nice job with the Goblin Gang there, making sure that Giant Bomb hits the Inferno Dragon. Meanwhile, just beautiful defense here. Arrows are in hand. So really just the Spear Goblins from the Goblin Gang, the arrows and the E-Wiz just shut that entire push down. Again, with the help of the Giant, the Giant Bomb from the Giant Skeleton. So 1 minute in, and you can see very frustrated, and worth noting too that anytime the opponent goes in, especially in single elixir time, for a big push, we hit opposite lane just with the Goblin Barrel, just trying to keep them honest, keep them using some of their cards, or lest they give up tons of damage to us. So again, it's going to be that Valkyrie coming down in the left. We go with another Goblin Barrel. Looks like he's just going to ignore it this time, try to save his arrows. So again here, the Giant Skeleton Bomb is going to do a number on this double dragon push, especially if we can keep all his units close. Actually, we don't even need it. We use the rocket instead. Beautiful rocket, and we did make connection there with that left tower with the Giant Skeleton Bomb again. And another Giant Skeleton. Okay, so, you know, suffice it to say, a big part of our defensive strategy, and I'm glad that I watched this one, is the Giant Skeleton on defense, even against air units here, guys. He definitely wants to be using that Giant Skeleton, taking full advantage of those bombs, essentially just cycling Giant Skeletons. Now we score even more damage in the left, 1 second left. That's GG, man. You know what, I'm glad I showed this replay. Hopefully you guys really enjoy this deck. Hopefully you have a lot of success with it. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you, Juice Juicelai? Thank you so much for joining me, man. I appreciate it. Check out his YouTube channel, guys. I'll have that linked below. Give this man a subscription on YouTube. I love how a bunch of these really upper echelon players, top ladder players, are starting YouTube channels so we can watch and enjoy their gameplay. So give him some love on YouTube. Check out his Twitter, guys, and his player stats and profile links to statsroyale.com. All that will be linked in the show notes below, along with the deck link. Huge shout out to you guys for using creator code CWA, and to my YouTube partner, Bren Chong. Check out his information as well, guys. Thanks for watching, and as always, take care, guys.